What's up, Emra? So I don't give out signals, bro. I don't I don't do that. I teach how to trade. I teach using my strategy, but I do not call out signals. That's something that I do not do. And it's not that, some people will tell me, well, what, are you not confident in your strategy? Are you not confident in what you do? It's not that. It is when I say, if I was to do that, and I did that before, I never did paid signals or anything like that, but I just did it with people that didn't know how to trade, and there was too much room for error. So when I give out signals, if I say buy or sell, the time it takes for you guys to enter and then to decide on when to exit, that is too much. And a lot of people would reflect that on me, and that's some shit that I don't deal with. So I don't, yeah, sorry. I don't give out buy or sell signals or anything like that. So, but feel free to listen to what I have to say, and you are looking at the exact same chart that I'm looking at, right? So let me jiggle the chart so you can see this is real time shit. Um, and just learn. You can learn a lot from just my lives and from my videos. If you decide that you want to go beyond and try to learn the strategy, I am happy to go over how you're able to do that with me. But yeah, I don't do the signals. There is too much. Trading already gets too much of a bad reputation. So anything that I do to protect myself, I will. So, and you're Gucci. Don't get me wrong. You're good people. You've been good since you've been coming on. So, but I still just to protect you and to protect me, because my whole me trading live and me teaching is just that. It is to show people that you guys can actually do this without relying on other people who say they do. Because I'll be 100% frank, there is not one person I know who does signals who is still doing signals now. So it's, my strategy has standed the test of time. Once again, if you can find me one person that gives out signals that is successful, please do. I'll go follow him. I'll go follow him and I'll put up money to trade using his signals. But it's not. Anybody selling signals is scamming. Operate on the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Nice. Yeah, I don't fuck around with the 1 minute just because it's too choppy. All of my strategies are based on the 5 minute. But yeah, feel free to listen in on what I'm saying and help use whatever I have to say to dictate your trades if you'd like to. Everybody coming in on Discord right now. Right on. I have had zero sleep since this morning when I woke up. I tried to sleep at like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I couldn't sleep. So here I am now with zero sleep, and I'm still up. I'll probably crash fucking at some point today, but I have to trade. I gotta take the Benz in to get serviced at 9 o'clock a.m. So no matter how this day goes, I will be ending it at probably 8:15, 8:20, so that I can go take some of the bullshit out of my car before I take it to get serviced. I gotta drive into downtown Portland, so that shouldn't be. There probably gonna be a little bit of traffic, but it shouldn't be too bad. It's not anything bad, bro. I flew back from Vietnam, so I'm in America right now. I landed in Oregon yesterday, so I'm on Vietnam time, and my whole body is just backwards. Like the timing is completely backwards now that I'm in the States. Like when you first met me, I was in Vietnam, and this is like a couple days later, and I'm now in Portland, Oregon, in America. What up, Discord peoples? We got 4 minutes till open. Let's analyze this chart. So I can't really see anything other than we're still slightly in an uptrend for the overall, but we're outside of that uptrend channel. So I'm expecting, who knows? There's kind of like a little uptrend channel forming here, which let me adjust this. which we're at kind of like the bottom of it. Like last night, well, last night, fuck, I'm in America now. Yesterday, price rejected the downtrend channel and then dropped. So that's what we're trying to see today. Is there could be an uptrend forming right now that we're now in like another uptrend channel basically. So we'll see. But I do see this price respected this area pretty much where price is right now. So let's see if we're either in a wedge or if we reject P. But right now with where price is, I will not be looking for an entry. I will wait for it to either head up to P gold zone, hit it, or give me a reason to take it down. But you know, our MAs are quite fucked up right now. They're really horizontal, so that's gonna make the decision making tough. Right, so we have this downtrend from yesterday into Asia, London. We have the uptrend on the higher time frame. We have this, you know, this slight uptrend right here, right now, you know, since London. There's a lot of bullshit in the way. The only thing that I'm seeing here is like where price is rejecting right now is the low of Asia. So if price doesn't want to push up to P gold zone, you know, we won't. We could just be rejecting this area to come down. So, but it's too early to tell. So let's just wait. Price has moved about 2,000 pips. Looking at yesterday should have been easy. You guys should have all gotten into that shit. 8:30, big volume coming down. It was a big risk, but shot straight down in 10 minutes down to P gold zone. So easy entry. Probably could have taken a buy up, but it all got real choppy. And this is what I mean, right? When you guys see the big ass push happen, price went choppy after that. So if you stayed on the charts to look for another entry after a big drop like that, you know, that's kind of at your own discretion that you decided to do that. But remember, the price likes to make, you know, sometimes maybe one good push. So if you see one good push, don't expect another big ass push to happen. And if you do, I mean, all you gotta do is manage your entry, right? Like if you get in here at 850, which we're pretty much done. Oh no, that's at 650. If you got in at 650, if you got in at 705, like all of those would have kept you in profit. Probably only to here though, but that would have rejected perp and I would have exited already. So we got price about to pop off here, 630. And it's interesting because the last, technically the last gold zone movement was rejection of P, right? Rejection of actual P came down here. It didn't hit S1 gold zone, but you look left. That's previous day's low of the day, and that's previous day P. So it bounced off of there. So what we're in between right now is previous day P and today's Asia session. Asia low. We got 10 seconds. Let's see how this pops off. And between P gold zone and Asia, that's about 1,000 pips. So we got big volume pushing up right now. Right, and for me to want to take the buy up, I would want to see price breaking P gold zone. I took the buy but closed after 20 pips. Now I'm waiting. Nice. You taking those off the 1 minute, right? Big volume here. Big volume, 4 minutes left. But let's see, right? Let's see if we're getting a fake out here, or let's see if this is a real break. Right now we're seeing some pretty big resistance. So 3 minutes. We still got some buying volume here. Possibly second candle to go green Liddy. Still getting some rejection to the top side. 3 minutes left. Irfan, MYM. See, that's weird because Top Step used to name it MYMU, and now they named it MYMZ. So that's why when you showed me it, I was like, what the fuck is MYMZ? But I look now and I'm like, yeah, they switched it from MYMU to MYMZ for whatever reason. But the micro DAO, I don't know exactly what it is. It's it's like under 25 cents or something. It's something really small. So that's why we're able to safely, enter into one contract and then add to it afterwards. But I don't know. If you want to know for sure, you gotta search Top Step. You gotta look for their asset chart, and then you gotta look for whatever it is. It says it someplace over there, but I don't know because I do it based off of my actual stop loss. So that's why like all the things I have set up in play for the juice strat is for us to be able to take the entries without worrying about what it really is. You can, like, if you want to. If not, the other way you can do it is go look at an entry that you've taken, do the math between price, your entry price and your end price, and then you'll get X amount of pips, and then you just divide how much you made money by how many pips you have. And then that'll give you the per pip amount. And for anybody, if you guys didn't know that by now, the way you figure that out, how much is it per pip, right? Or per contract, is you do exactly that. You take your entry price, you take your exit price, you do the math, you figure out what's the difference, whatever that number is, you divide it by how much money you made, and that is your per pip. So, and that's why I always tell you guys, like, those things are things that I technically are not supposed to assist you guys on. I can tell you what I do. I can tell you where to find the answers, and you guys gotta find it. Because at the end of the day, I still like you guys need to know how to calculate all those because some of you end up using different brokers, some of you look at different things. So I teach you guys the general guideline to things. Like even the juice, right? The juice you can use it on any asset. I don't recommend doing it, but you can. But just like all of that, I teach you guys how to actually use the tools, right? Not I teach you guys how to learn to fish. I don't give you guys the fish. I teach you how to learn to fish so that you guys can fish forever. So big rejection to the top right now. Once again, this is the high of the day. This is a level. This is the downtrend channel, downtrend line. Yeah, I was using one lot. It was for 5. Yeah, that's the MYM. That's the big one. Or that's the MY, I think. Or YM. I'm sorry, that's the YM. Yeah, yeah. When you do the YM, which is like $5, yeah, they only allow. Because I mean, if you imagine, that's $25 a pip. If you do fucking 5 of them, that's a lot. And you imagine, right? And it's to protect you guys, right? It's not like a unfair rule type of thing. It is to teach you guys good habits because $2,000 is all you really have to work with, right? With the funded account. So 2,000 divided by 25, then that means 80 pips. Price only has to move 80 pips and you're done. The account's fucked. Camera candle tries to break out from the range. From the 330 candle looks a buy 5 to nice. Yeah, I don't. We take all our entries on the 5 minute, so we we're always just looking for a slightly bigger move, more than 20 pips, anyways. If I'm not snagging, at least 500 from our trades, it's not an efficient entry. So I'm seeing some rejection here to perp, right? We got support to perp. We got resistance to P. I'm gonna say wherever we break out is where we're gonna go. Because right now, what do we have? Right, read the candles. 630 said I don't want to go up, but 635 is saying I don't want to go down. If I sound like I have a lisp, it's because I have my retainer in. The rejection to the top is really nice, but knowing that we're supporting perp is hard for me to want to take it up. So I really need to see the push of P. I did not sleep, guys. I did not sleep. After I get done with trading, I'm gonna go chug me some fucking espresso, and maybe I'll just try to stay up this entire day. And then that'll make me sleepy, and then hopefully I'll be on the right time. But yeah, I don't know if you guys heard at the beginning, I'm gonna be done by 8:15, 8:20. I gotta go clean the Benz out. I gotta go take it in for servicing at 9. So I'm hoping something pops off by then. If not, I'll probably bring my laptop and maybe I'll just trade at the dealership. So we're getting some volume here, still pushing us through perp, but still kind of rejecting it. So big volume. So if we break previous high, or today's high, the only resistance area is previous day R1. I don't like that we'll be going overbought, but it might be worthy of an entry, at least a lot, and see if we stay above P gold zone. Oh my god. You know what? Since I've been in Vietnam, the monitor I bought there is just like a 1080p. I forgot how fucking nice my monitors are at home. Oh man. Although these monitors I have here in Portland are big fucking money, but I was playing games today and I was like, whoa, this is a big difference. I can fucking see like, I can see the fly. I can see like everything on these screens. I forgot how good they are. So we got some volume. Let's see if that stays strong. Once again, the only thing we have in the way is the high of the day. So let's just see how we react to this area. If it doesn't want to break up, well then what are we going to do? We'll probably break down. So although I need to find some place to put my laptop. Fuck. We got volume pushing now. Nope. Thought it was. So still rejecting. Once again, this is what I'm saying is, are we going to reject the high of the day in this level? But let's see. So we're supporting P gold zone, but we're testing it. So Now's a good time to be patient. Read the candles, right? What is the candle saying right now? Doji. Doji's what? I don't know. If we doji here, you best fucking believe I'm gonna be making a move when it happens. You guys know why I like dojis. I went to eat at that Tusk restaurant. You know, man, I always have high hopes every time I go to a restaurant that I have not eaten at. And Tusk is rated like very well. And like so many restaurants here, it's good, but it's not great. You know, I wouldn't go back. Pricing is all right. It's not crazy expensive at all, but I don't know. I think it's good. Maybe it's not my palate. You know, I don't want to say that I'm biased, but I don't care for Mediterranean food that much. But I thought maybe a bougier main Mediterranean restaurant might do the trick for me, but maybe that's just not my palate. So my recommendation is go if you want to try it, but if you want to spend money and be satisfied, maybe don't go there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd give them an 8.2, but not recommended to go if you don't love Mediterranean food. I want to go someplace else. I gotta wait October 1st, then I'll get another $100 to go shop somewhere or to go eat somewhere. So I'm debating where I want to go for that one. That's the only reason why I went to Tusk. If it wasn't for that $100 credit and that restaurant like rating very well, I wouldn't have gone to that bitch. I would not have gone to that bitch. So we got a not quite a doji. Price is jumping right now. Once again, all we're trying to do right now is figure out if we're going to break the high of the day or are we going to break gold zone to come back down. Got some big volume here. Let's see if we break. Liddies are still green. Not quite breaking. Rejection still. Two and a half minutes left. So we're getting another resistance here off of the high of the day, off of that level. Two minutes left. Rejecting hard now. Still supporting. Come on, make up your mind. Strong high. Yep. Strong high right here. It's the high of previous day. Big rejection coming down. Let's see if we reject this high. Once again, this is the high of the day. This is that level. We're heading over bought. The only thing that's shitty is this is pushing back up into the uptrend. Into perp. So we might, if we don't completely break down, we probably might wedge. Back underneath P gold zone, but we are on top of P. So if this is the rejection of the high, really I still got to see price break this uptrend. If not, I'm going to wait because it can still support perp. Like, we don't know what's stronger right now. We don't know if the high of the day is stronger. We don't know if perp is stronger. And really, price has only moved, what, 1,000, less than 1,000 pips, 800. So now's a good time to be patient and still wait. We're still at the same spot, so yeah, on the 1 hour, we're in a fat wedge. I just looked at it. Excuse me. We're in a big wedge on the 1 hour. It is a really big area of resistance. But yeah, unless it breaks that little uptrend, I'll wait for the sell-off. Once again, the uptrend is just perp. It's just perp. Right now, just looking at the candles, the only thing I'm seeing strong, though, is strong rejection. So, are we staying underneath the gold zone is really the question. or above it. Just be patient, everybody. Read the candles, right? Don't enter into a buy off of wicks to the top. Don't enter into a sell off of wicks to the bottom. Which news is that? Oh, jolts. Okay, that should probably bring some volume. See, back above the gold zone, but we're supporting perp. Let's just see where we go. Six minutes. Still some big volume here. Oh, all right. That dropped all of a sudden. So we had some buying volume, then we rejected. Now we're still on right on top of the gold zone. 4 minutes till this jolts. So far, we're still getting rejection, but on top of perp. And you see we do have some divergence. For those of you guys who are familiar with divergence, right? We had the high here. Look at your cross lines, very overbought. Then we have this push of volume up here, which is another high, but then we have cross lines kind of tilting down. So doesn't always play out correctly, but if it does break down, it could be another confirmation of price wanting to come down. I usually don't rely on it heavily. I'll add it to other confirmations. 3.5 minutes. We're still got the perp support here. Well, we got 3 minutes left. Still supporting perp. Fighting the high. Fighting the high. pretty strong support here. 2 minutes left. Let's see if Jolts can give us that jolt of volume. Ping pong on the 1 minute. Yep. That's why I don't mess with the 1 minute. It's too much up and down. 5 minutes, the perfect amount of fuckery. Got a minute left. It's a big support, but oh man, that can go anywhere because it's not quite. Let's see what the volume gives us. Volume's looking up, so let's see what jolts, right? Jolts in what? In 40 seconds. Let's see if we stay true. Normal gold zone push. The only thing I don't like is trading against that big downtrend off the 1 hour I just drew. So big support here. Big support. If it's average, it should go up. If Jolts is fucking things up, it'll come down for no reason. So, the fuck's going on? Not breaking. It's that downtrend line. That 1 hour downtrend right there. Big rejection. It's not ready. It's a fake out. I'll add to this if we break, but if we don't, I'm not. because that's possible. Chopsticks to the top. Well, chopsticks on top step, but not on trading view. That's why the brokers all have different information that they're showing. Minute 36 and we're rejecting hard. That's crazy because I just drew that 1 hour downtrend. I just drew that 1 hour downtrend. How accurate is that? But we're still supporting the same area. I mean, the nice thing is, what is this? I have like a $40 stop loss. So that's easy to make a decision on exiting if it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't want to break here. That's looking hard. That's looking hard rejection off that 1 hour that I just drew. Craziness. So big rejection. Trump in 1 hour. Big rejection here. Lord, oh Lord. At this point, well, we're still in the uptrend, right? We're still above gold zone, above perp. But that type of rejection, I'm going to exit my entry and take a smaller loss than allowing this to come back down to my full stop loss. And remember why I like to do shit like that, especially with news, because whatever the fuck, it could be the reason is news, it could be whatever, but right now we know that on any normal day, taking an entry, juice entry at 655 should have been a winner, right? And if it's not going up, which is going down like I just said, it's not meant to be. Don't let them fool you. So hard rejection here. Pushing a strong back into underneath P gold zone, underneath perp, underneath the downtrend line, underneath the 1 hour trend line. If we can break perp hard and stay under, I'll believe it. How much do we have to the downside? Low of the day we got 1100, which is previous day low. S1 we got about 1400, so let's see how price respects perp here. Perp is the uptrend for this little intraday uptrend, so supporting, pushing now, yeah, supporting again. I'll be real, man. If it doesn't want to go up, where is it gonna go? If it doesn't want to go up, where does it want to go? Just give us the break. Give us confirmation. Come on. To see if we break here, that'll be putting us back underneath Asia session, which is what we were fighting right here. Break a Asia session, get us down to at least the low of the day. Damn, I was up when the sun was up, and now I'm still up when the sun is up. That's crazy. I'm gonna fucking crash at some point today. I'm gonna straight knock the fuck out. And I bought that joint. I bought that joint so I could smoke it, and hopefully it'll make me sleep, but I was laying in bed like a crackhead staring at my fucking TV. That bitch didn't even fucking work. So we got some rejection here, pushing us back underneath P gold zone. All right, what you got for us? Get a break, continue down. We got a lot of fucking lines in the way though. Let's see what it will give us. So we got a pretty hard break. We're still right there at that fucking uptrend though. If we don't break down from here, we might wedge. Right? Because what I'm going to be looking at right now is how price respects perp. Perp is always my kicker. And then of course we got the 500, so there's quite a lot to be cautious of. It's crazy though when I think about the entries we take. Because if you think about entries we've taken in the past, where price is right now, we're either way above it or we're way below it. So if you think about how correct we are long term with our entries, just imagine. And actually that's something I might start looking into is like if we take all of our entries and just hold them like low lot sizes, oh man, I gotta check that. Because for a long-term investor, that's how you could hedge responsibly. No, because then you'd still have to have money to withdraw, to withstand the drawdown on the when the entries are not in profit. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work out. You need a lot of money, and you'd need to be at a very low lot size on every entry, and then that's where it probably wouldn't be profitable in our lifetime. Maybe, I don't know. I gotta go do the math. That's interesting to think though, because I do like even like with now. I mean, we know price goes up, right? Like usually value goes up, but on days when price drops, fuck, I don't know. Now I'm intrigued. I need to go do some back testing on that. So we're here at the 500 level and the uptrend line, that intraday uptrend line. We're on the 100 and the 200 right now. Possibly not breaking the uptrend right there. Like I said, if we don't break, we're gonna wedge. So resisting perp. We're pushing off the 500 into perp. 30 seconds. Nothing confident, man. Nothing confident. Big support there. A lot of things in the way, guys. Don't force any entries. If today's not the day, today is not the day. Yesterday had a nice entry dropping off of whatever that gold zone was up there. So if today is fucking us up, doesn't mean force entries. It means to call it a day and just move on to another day when we get our normal entries. His price is back on top of perp now. Yeah, I don't know. As price bounced off of the 500, I exited, so I'm down like $60 right now. I'd rather be down $60 to reveal that this is a wedge than to let this bitch fuck us up. And I didn't let any of these candles hit my stop losses, right? I exited way before. That's how you guys are gonna keep your money in your pocket. Big volume back up, respecting the uptrend. Three minutes left. Got some volume pushing us back. So we respected the uptrend, back above perp, back above the gold zone. Possible another fight against the high of the day. We're knocking at that high too in this uptrend. Two minutes left. Big volume now. We're still on the 100 and the 200, off the 500 on the main chart. Still not breaking though. Minute 45. Decent volume. Still wicks to the top. So I'm trying to think, right? We've had 1, 2, 3 attempts of breaking the ceiling. We've had 1, 2 attempts of breaking the floor. So far there's been more interest to the top side than there has been the bottom side. But we're still just getting rejected right here at the high of the day. So still some volume, but still rejection. Wick to the top. But once again, a lot of the effort has been to the top side. Like we're trying to break through this high. It's a matter of buyers, because all of this right here, right? All of this ranging, buyers and sellers fighting, right? Buyers and sellers fighting. At some point, somebody's gonna stop, and price is gonna go one direction. We still got some interest to the top. Price is still above perp. Still not wanting to break. 3 minutes left. But the candles are green. But it's just this area. This is substantial. Substantial area. Yeah, look at this. So 2 days ago, this was the high of the day. A couple days ago, it was another high. It was a support. It was a high. Yeah, so this area is pretty massive. Definitely be patient. The sellers are fighting though. The fucking sellers are fighting. They're like, we don't want this bitch to go up. Doji, come on. Give me the doji. Give me the doji. I like seeing the dojis because the decision is going to be made after the doji. Almost always. Almost always the decision will be made after the doji. That might just be my. I might go back test that. I might just back test dojis and making decisions on the candle after the doji. Like that might be a fucking strategy in itself. Just when it looks like it wants to go down. I always picture like somebody dipping their feet into cold water. Like ah, da, 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 da. Na 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 na. No, but it is selling off more than it is buying up now at the end of this candle. 30 seconds left. Big sell off. Volume. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's like it's a wedge, but it's ugly. Buyers are fighting the spot. Sellers are fighting the spot. This is crazy. I'm not entering to anything until it breaks out of this area. On perp, supporting perp. Rejecting the gold zone though. All the MAs are right there, bro. 100, 200, 500. All right there. 100, 200, uptrend line to the bottom. 1 hour up, 1 hour downtrend on the top. Level, the high of the day. But the nice thing is, it is going to go someplace. That's what always keeps me positive, you know? That's why when most people get frustrated when price wedges, I'm like, why? This is this is the art painting itself. This is the map painting itself. And all we gotta do is wait to see where it goes. That's it. Like that's the easiest thing to do. And here's the thing, even if you did enter into every single time that price broke at like one lot size, you'd still be able to manage your entries and be out at a decent loss, right? I took 2 entries and I'm down $60. That is nothing 80. See? I'm down 60, you're down 80. Now we wait. And that's the reason why we have to do shit like that, is so that we can, because you got to take the entries. The way I saw a quote today, and it made so much sense. And it was, your losses are just the fees into profits. And it made me look at the losses differently. Because I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, taking the losers, if you're following a strategy that works, taking the losers is just your entry fee to your profits. Like, that makes me look at losing the losers in a very positive way. I mean, I always looked, I don't care, right? I was always just, I didn't care about it. But now I have even more of a reason to look at losers as a pleasant experience, right? Because it's just all a part of it. Taking the loss is all a part of you being able to get into profit. It really is. So don't look at your losses as losses. Look at your losses as the entry fee to profits. You got to take them. You got to take them. And how do we protect our accounts? We trade responsibly, right? The low lot size, and then we add to them when we break. I thought it was beautiful. I had a fucking epiphany when I heard that shit. So now we're getting another resistance there, making kind of like a head and shoulders pattern. Alright, so after this head and shoulders, if we don't drop down, we're definitely fucking ranging. Right, the head and shoulders is right here. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and right now that was the break of the shoulder line. If you take entries using head and shoulders, that is the entry of the head and shoulders pattern. It's basically just an M with an extra shoulder. But I need to see us break the 500 and level and this uptrend line to really confirm it. We're back underneath perp, which is pleasant. Right? So think about it. If we break down right now, this whole head and shoulders range that happened, literally, just think about that as your entry fee to the profit. If you did take a loss, I took $60 loss. If this comes down and I take a winner, well, it costed me $60 to make X amount of dollars. You know how pleasant that feels in my head? That feels very pleasant. But once again, I don't like trading against the 500, and that's something that's also got me cautious. So if we can break it, I'll believe it. If not, it is definitely something to be aware of. Strong volume pushing into it right now, 2.5 minutes. Big support to the bottom. I don't fuck around with that 500, man. And you see how strongly price responds to the 500? That's why I don't fuck around with it. And it doesn't always, right? Like, It doesn't always play as a support or resistance. Sometimes price does break. You guys have seen that. So that's where we take the risk, right? Like we take the risk and then we read the candles. Like right there, it looked like it was supporting. Here we are, a minute and a half left, and now we look like we're breaking. Oh my god, let's fucking go. I'ma just say I made up my money I lost. I already made up the money I lost. Now let's see how much I can make here. As we approach the low of the day, I'll start maybe adjusting things. I'm really not trying to. Oh, I'm looking good. I'm fucking looking good. Oh my god, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. 40 seconds left. We're pretty much almost to the bottom of the day. Oh, let's fucking go. I'm in profit 758. Oh, I just got tapped out. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. How much was it? Let me see here. I'm done. You see that? The 60 bucks, the 40 bucks, no, 60 bucks that I lost was just the entry fee, guys. It's just the fucking entry fee. Let me look at the video. $760. 760 is what I took off of that. So times 2. Bro, I made 1,500 today. Let's fucking go. Oh, okay, wait. 1520 minus 40. Well, minus 80 because it's times 2. 1440. I made 1440 today. It costed me $80 to make 1440. And you know what? When you think about it, it didn't really even cost me because I'm still profitable. So it didn't cost me shit. Come the fuck on. 1440. This is what I fucking do. So I entered in 725. Yeah. I was like, I gotta. Head and shoulders. We're tilting down on the cross lines. I'm taking the entry, risking knowing that we still might bounce up from the trend line. But you gotta remember, guys, right? When we're ranging, it's gotta break out. You know? When we're ranging, it's gotta break out. So at some point, you gotta make an educated decision to say, hey, this is getting underneath perp hard. Right? 725. Upside down hammer. Strong. Look at that now. Oh my god. Oh my god. I probably could have ended the day like 3 grand. Oh, bottom of the day. Look at that. Bottom of the day. What did I tell you guys? If we break Asia low, we're going to go to the bottom of the day. Fuck. I'm fucking good at this shit. Ah. And once again, if you guys trade at the one lot size, it's okay. I took 725 then added as we broke the uptrend. There you go. You're Gucci. I mean, it's just right. You guys gotta like. It's like. It's like talking to a liar, right? I'm sure you guys have all like witnessed or had a conversation with somebody who lies, right? It could be a habitual liar. It could be somebody who just lied to you for the first time. But you start to see the clues. You know, you start to see the clues that they're lying to you. And then you can just gauge the answer because you just think about deduction. Well, if he's lying, well, then it's just the opposite, right? That's the same shit here. If you have your lines drawn and you just look at it, right? At some point, this fucker has to break out. This fucker's lying that it wants to go up. This fucker's lying that it wants to go down. Like after this, after 720, look at it, right? It's all wicks to the top. Big wicks to the top. Making the head and shoulders like I was talking about. Head and shoulders is just an M with an extra shoulder on the front. Done. Nothing. Done. 720 hits, I'm like, ooh, that looks good. 725 hits, I enter into all my contracts at once. I'm like, fuck it. I'll take the loss if that's the case. But I'm taking the risk. I'm believing that this guy's lying that it wants to go up. And look at it now. Gold zone to gold zone. What the fuck, right? So remember, guys, this is not about perfection. I don't need you guys to get every entry correct. I need you guys to accept the fact that the strategy is already flawed. And the beauty is in the flaw. Because even in the flaws, we're still winning and we're still profiting. I needed to take an $80 loser to get back up 1440. Right? 1440 is my net today. 1440 is including my loss. Navigating the wedges, navigating the ranges is all our job is. And then we add to it. Yeah, that's it, guys. That's it. That's fucking beautiful. I have to take a call, guys. Let me see real quick. Give me a second. And look at that. We look like we want to break down now. How fucking beautiful. But now we're pretty oversold and we're on the gold zone. So now what, right? And what I would say is now we're done. Whether or not you got into that sell-off, you got to be done for the day. Close your laptop, be done. You know, I mean, if you stay on, do what you want to do. But understand, remember, after the big initial pushes, volume tends to die. It might still drop, it might not. I have seen days where price just continues for 10,000 pips. It is. But what am I going to do? I'm going to trade the average, right? I'm going to trade the average with what I see and what we do, right? The average that I know is at least gold zone to gold zone, right? I know if we break P gold zone, we'll go up to R1. I know if we break P gold zone, we'll go to S1. Yes, there was some fuckery that tricked us, but that's the point, is you just got to be able to survive, right? It's like gambling. If you guys gamble, and you guys count cards, or you play blackjack, or you play baccarat, you guys will know, or any gambling game, you always wait for your edge, right? And yes, within waiting to figure out what your edge is or when your edge is available, you gotta lose some money. Like sometimes you lose money and then you bet big. Like once you know the edge is on your side, you bet big and you're good. You make up all the money you lost. So once again, that was an $80 entry fee for me to make 1440. That's fucking beautiful. Anybody have any questions? Anybody not get into the entry? Were they scared? And actually, I'm looking at my entry that because I recorded everything, right? I entered in at 720 for 1. And then I added at 725 when it closed. Yeah, so I ended all my contracts at 725. Yeah, so I did enter into one at 720 and then I added at 725. Oh my god, that was beautiful. I went as much as 800 in profit. That would have been 1600. Fuck. I'm not mad at it though. I'm not mad at it. Did you keep in mind of the uptrend, or did you just look at the head and shoulders pattern and took it? Well, yes. I kept it in mind, but I also, like, what is going to happen, guys? It's common sense, but it's also already fact. What is going to happen when we range? I need you guys all to answer me. What is something that should be common sense, but is also fact, that is going to happen after we range? Everybody needs to answer that. I don't care everybody else is answering it. Everybody needs to state it, because that is what it does, right? Like, I need you guys to know that that is what happens, right? It does break up. So at some point, even though we have an uptrend or a downtrend, or we have the 500, or we have the gold zones, or we have the uptrend structure or downtrend structure, whatever, it it's not even an if. That's the only thing that we know is 100%, is at some point a support or resistance will be broken. So our only job, once again, is to survive until that happens. That's it. Survive spending the least amount of money. And if you think about it, it's like business. It's like business, it's like a friendship, it's like a relationship. Like, at the beginning anyways, like, you know, when you don't know the person, you should be pretty, like, slim on how you treat the process. And then after, as you get to know the person or whatever it is, you start to invest more of your time and your mental capacity. Same thing with this, right? Like, we don't want to invest all of our money until we know it's about to do what we think it's going to do, right? So yes, I mean, take a look at it, right? Today I took my losses. I did enter in. I entered into the sell-off, and then I entered into the buy-up. So I myself am not perfect, which you guys are well aware of. But at some point, as I have this line, this uptrend line drawn, like, yes, it has to be broken. And looking at what the charts are saying to us, right? Once again, it's a language. We're getting a head and shoulders, and even if you're not advanced to see the head and shoulders, we're getting an M, right? Like, an M is forming there. So the moment I see the M forming at 720, I get into it, because I'm telling myself, what do I know? I know that we're going to 100% we're going to break up, or I know 100% we're going to break down. So at this point at 720, I'm looking at all the data I have here, especially that 1 hour trend line that I just drew. That was a big kicker for me. Drawing that 1 hour, seeing price reject right here at 7 o'clock, that was my second loser. That was my second loser. So that really gave me heads up that, hey, maybe price is respecting the 1 hour downtrend. When I see 720, I'm thinking to myself, this could be the break of the head and shoulders. It could be the M forming. So one contract, 725 is a fucking solid upside down hammer. And then price drops. Like, talk it out. When you guys hear me say it, or say what I'm saying, repeat it to your guys' selves. Like, say it out loud, right? You guys are all on mute. So I don't know if you guys are just quiet thinking in your head, but say the shit out loud, because it helps. It helps. Like, even when you write things down, right? When you write things down, you're more bound to memorize it, right? It's more bound to stick and shit. Same thing. You don't have to write it down. You don't have to write everything I'm saying down, but repeat what I'm saying so that you guys can build the belief in it, right? Because you guys see us doing this every day, right? I'm able to do this every day, and if you guys are doing one thing that I'm not doing, remember that that is probably the reason why you're getting different results than me, right? It's always nice because we can always look at the data and figure out why you're not consistently profitable, and I think that's a beautiful thing, right? Like, yes, there are other little things like deciding to hold an entry longer, that will skew the data on the differences that you and I have, because some of you guys hold your trades longer than me and you make more money than me on certain days. But the essence of taking these entries and willing to exit it is all pretty, the same. The uptrends what kept me from not going 500 stop loss, but still took some profit. Good, nothing wrong with that. Covered your loss. I mean, it's a shitty day. Well, I don't even want to say it's a shitty day. It is a ranging day, and that is there's a Zam, and you covered your loss and you made a profit. So there's no that's a W day, right? That's a green day, right? We're just the reason why it doesn't feel like a better green day is because of the movement of the chart. But what's the difference between profiting on a day like this and profiting on a day when it's easy, right? Surviving the day like this is what's truly going to put you guys into the 1%ers that get to do this for a living. So that's about it. All you guys. I mean, let's look at this real quick. Let's do this really quickly. So let's see if I took every single time that price broke up or down. So my first entry, let's play this out here. Let's just say for shits and giggles. So, because I entered in here for the sell, but I didn't, see that's the only thing is I didn't wait for price to go all the way up to my stop loss. I exited when we rejected back up, so I don't know. And this is also a dollar pip, but this is just to see the math. So let's say we lose that there. Price goes up. This is where I do take the buy. Oh shit, well. God damn it. I gotta take this call shortly. So wait. That goes up. I lose that one. So let's just add a stop loss like right over here so I can lose that. Okay, let's say the breakdown. Let's say we got into that, and then let's say we lost a little bit there. The rejection back down. So let's say we exit there. Let's say we enter in there. Like I'm just trying to get into everything that kind of looks like something. See, so that's already 720. We're getting in there. 725 breaks. I enter in. There. But I added full, so I went to full 500. Went there and exited. So that alone, 485. And then let's look at where are my fucking entries? So you'd still be up. You'd still be up 455.60. See, and the only thing you had to do was just take the one contract and lose it. You guys see that? After taking all those losses, that last trade still puts me up 455.60. So if you guys are taking all of these entries with the one lot size, you would have still came out profitable the moment you enter into the final entry with your normal amount. Remember, guys, I've not found a flaw in my strategy yet. So whatever you guys have to do to get you guys to the point where you're being patient and you're being responsible, I think that's the only thing is patience. I know you guys are all working on it, but the being responsible part, like you guys gotta stay at the one lot size and you gotta take the entry. Like being responsible is taking the entry. Gotta take the fucking entry. Don't be scared, because if you're scared to take one, that means you might be scared to take another.
705. Yes. Yep. So the only reason why I didn't enter into 705 is because that was the first time price pushed it. No, I don't even want to say. You tell me. Why didn't I take 720? Why didn't I take 705? Right? And then let's look at it with what we saw. 705. Uh-oh, come on. 705 shows us this. Why am I not taking this? Who can answer this? Why am I not taking this sell-off at 705? Right? This is what we saw. Uptrend. That's it. It is the first time that it has attempted to break the uptrend. I'm not going to take it there. If price breaks, I will get in. And yes, maybe, okay, if I didn't take the first two losses here, I maybe would have entered into the one contract here and then see if we broke down. But because I'm already losing two entries, I'm telling myself price is probably going to range. So even more, I don't want to take an entry into the uptrend with the 500 right there, knowing that the possibility of us bouncing up could happen. Right? So we play that out, let it do its thing, let it come up. All these wicks to the top, 7 o'clock or whatever this is. What is this, 7:15? 7:15 gives us that wick to the top. We still have this 1 hour downtrend. We have the high of the day. Doesn't want to break, right? So if we don't want to go up at some point, come down. Right here, 7:05, what is it, 7:15, 7:20, first entry, 7:25, jammed my entries. Why? It's the second time going into the uptrend channel, uptrend line. We're underneath perp. We're underneath the gold zone. This is a beautiful place to take your entry because why? Our risk is not that bad. Our risk is not that bad. And if I'm wrong here and price is going to go up, at that point, I would say, okay, we're probably going to go up then. Right? The closer we get to like the end of the wedge or the trend line or whatever, the more likely I am to enter in because I'm going to believe that price. I do believe that price is going to go a direction at some point when we're in the range. And right, and what did I say? Asia. I stated it many times. Asia low is right here. Right? What does 720 do? 725, I'm sorry. 725 breaks Asia low. Back into Asia low. Done. I just believe it, guys. You know? I fucking believe it. You know, this shit prints money for me. So I believe it. I believe it when I see it. I take my losses. I recognize that I need to be patient. I wait for a reason to get in. That's about it. Even if you didn't have the uptrend line there, it's just another normal fucking juice entry, you know? Small loss was at 705. Yeah. Well, you took the first entry into it, right? And once again, it's fine. It's fine. You took the loss, and then you made it up. So, you know, I took 645, and then I took 655, right? Because I believed in, okay, if we're not going down underneath the gold zone and we're supporting perp, and then we get a strong push of perp over gold zone, and yes, it is going up and over the high of the day, I'm entering in there. I'm entering in there looking for the gold zone push to the top side. Little did I know there was a fucking 1 hour trend line there. Take my loss, be patient, right? Ruben takes 705, that's a loser. Oh well. Price goes up, rejects, wicks to the top, head and shoulders, M, back underneath perp and the gold zone. Where's price going to go, right? At some point, you guys got to just trust the gold zone movement, right? Because we know 100% for a fact, at some point, price is going to break away from this gold zone. Do I think it's a tougher day than others? No, because it's just like a wedge day, right? Like even though a wedge is more like a pizza slice and you can see it visually easier because you can see it getting tighter and tighter, this is still a range. If you want to really look at it, put a box over here, Asia high, Asia low. Look at that. If all you did was take the entries that were outside of Asia high, Asia low, you would have gotten into my loser at 655. You would have entered into Rubin's 705, and then you would have entered in at 725. You guys see this? So like there's always something to back up the entries. It's a lot of different reasons, and that's the thing is there's so many reasons. All you guys got to do is trust yourselves. Trust yourselves to do what's responsible with being at one lot size until it breaks, and you're going to be fine. But I gotta take a call, guys. I'm sorry. I'm ending the day once again 1440. 1440 including my loss. I took a $80 loss, and now I'm ending the day 1440. So it's a beautiful day. This is normal, right? The loss is our entry fee to making the profits. Look at it that way. It's a beautiful feeling. It's more happy. um, and if you guys need time with me, I'm back on Portland time. So if you guys need one-on-ones with me, now is the time to do that and make use of me, right? Like Nick and Joe, Jesus, they used me a lot months ago when they were starting, and now they're in better position. So I'm not saying that any of you guys are in a position where you guys are maybe not progressing, but just remember, like, I don't care how good you guys get or how shitty you are. We're in this together. So be honest and transparent with what is keeping you guys from being consistently profitable, and let's find a way to get beyond it, right? Let's find a solution to it, because everything, right? I've gone through everything that you guys have gone through, and now I'm succeeding. So whatever it is, let me know, and let's continue. Even if you guys are consistently winning, let's go. Peace, Ed. That break tested my patience. That's always what it is, guys. It's just patience, or it's like the lot size. That's it. It's always just patient or lot size that gets you guys. So you guys are Gucci, and you guys know, like, even like a day like yesterday, right? If you won yesterday, that big breakdown, you may be even today if you lost, or you may be positive today if you continue taking the entry down. Like, it's at the end of the week, it'll be fine. At the end of the week, it will be fine. And let's make a note to your guys selves, like a mental note. Letters Yuzo. If you're not at the end of the week this week green, schedule time to talk with me. Schedule time to talk with me so we can talk about it, right? Try to use me every week if you guys. I didn't take anything yesterday. I was asleep, so I don't know if anybody else did. But that was a big risk. I looked at it. 630 was a big risk coming down, but I mean it's a straight fucking rejection at 625, 620 coming off of the gold zone. So while being overbought, so that was a pretty easy one in my opinion. So, and even if you didn't take anything yesterday, that's fine. That's fine too. It's not a loser. So, alrighty guys, I already gotta get the fuck out of here though. I need to have an important call that I just rescheduled till whenever the fuck I can take it. So I gotta take it right now. But I'll post my trade when I have a chance. I gotta go run all these errands. I gotta go into downtown, and then I gotta go pick up an iPhone and a whole bunch of other shit. So I will message you guys. Once again, if you guys are not ending this week green, schedule time with me. Let's figure it out, and let's just talk about it, right? No judgment. It's always a safe space until you guys get fucking profitable, motherfuckers. But alright, guys, I really gotta go. I gotta run. So I will catch you guys whenever the hell you guys hit me up. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow, Wednesday morning, baby. Alrighty, everybody.